All right, so today we're going to be going through the critical thinking guide, and we're going to be looking at a mathematics problem this time around. Now, if we look at this problem today, this problem says, is the following statement correct? And when we, as teachers, we need our students to go through this problem, and many of the students are unable to even state why they believe this problem is either correct or incorrect. They don't have the mental roadmap to getting to the answer or to answer this question. So typically, what will happen here is that the students will guess and say yes, or they'll say no without any justification that is logical. All right, now, so the question says, is the following statement correct? The statement reads, a half multiplied by a third is the same as a half divided by 3. Now, if I'm going to be using the critical thinking guide in my class to sort of develop my students' critical thinking skills and have them answer this question as they ought to do naturally, the first thing I would need to do, as stated in step 1 in the guide, is to identify the given information. And to identify given information, I must ask myself, what am I trying to find out? And so over here, step 1, we say, I am trying to find out if multiplying by a third is the same as dividing by 3. All right, so we're going great. So now we're going to move on to the second part of step 1, which says what do I currently know? All right, and based on this problem here, it says, I currently know that 1/2 multiplied by 1/3 is said to be the same as 1/2 divided by 3, all right? And all of that would be from this information right here in the equation. Yeah, all right. So good. So we have done step 1, and we're now going to be moving to step 2 in the critical thinking process. I know naturally this will take a student a little more time, and as they get better, they'll be able to be far quicker at how they detect what they're trying to find out and what they currently know. So step 2. Step 2 says we're to compare given information with prior knowledge. So this is the step in critical thinking where the analysis and evaluation takes place. This is the critical step. All right, this comparison, this requires reasoning. So at this step, we're going to be saying, how does what I am trying to find out compare to what I already know, prior knowledge? So right now we have to pull on our prior knowledge. So all of this would have to be information gained through previous classes. All right, so in this step, I would say, since 1/2 multiplied by 1/3 is said to be the same as 1/2 divided by 3, and I already know that division is the opposite of multiplication, and that the opposite of 1/3 is 3. You can take a minute and pause the video so you can actually go back and think about that. All right. Therefore, the given information and what I already know compares similar. And this is what you need to bring out. If there is similarity or difference between what your given information and your prior knowledge, all right? So this is what you're going to be using to either reject or accept whether your statement is true. And it will also help you to know if you can go any further in your simplification, if that's what you're doing, all right? So that's step 2. So we have done our comparison. We compare the given information with our prior knowledge, all of what is down here, all right? So now we're going to move to the final step, step 3. Link given information to prior knowledge to what you want to find out. And in this step, this is a simple step. The student, the learner, will now ask themselves, how can I link what I currently know and what I already know to determine what I'm trying to find out? So now we're going to merge all of this, all of what we have done in step 2, in this final step to draw our conclusion. So we would state, because of the similarities between what I currently know and what I already know to be true, the statement is indeed correct. All right? And so we have answered the question that the statement is correct. So teachers, be mindful of the fact that your students must go through this process, whether it is by a natural development of this skill, or it is by artificial development by this mean. Even so, if they have natural development skill, the students can use this guide and will be able to develop their critical thinking skills artificially. All right. So again, thank you guys for watching this video. Have any questions, please be free and feel free to ask them. Thank you.